What is up, everybody? UFC 311, very close now. January 18th at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. What a card that is. I am really looking forward to that card, especially the main card. And the main event should be off the hook. A rematch between the pound for pound number one and lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. And he is facing my guest right now, who put up a fight of the night battle against him in Moscow when they fought in 2019. Of course, I'm talking about the number one contender, Arman Tsarukyan. Arman, how are you, my friend?
Good. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm sure you've been asked a lot about the first fight, but let's just go back. Do you think there's anything in that fight from 2019 that will play a role in what goes on at UFC 311?
No, that fight was long ago, and now it's gonna be completely different fight.
Do you feel like you learned anything about Islam that you can use? As do you understand his quickness, his strength, the way he sets up his moves?
Of course, I mean he has a lot of fights, and I always watch with my team what he does very well, what he does not good. So, and we trying to make very good like do very good game plan, and like we know how we can win this fight.
Since that fight, you have won 9 out of 10. Really could have been 10 out of 10. You lost a fight of the night to Mateusz Gamrot, which was a really close fight. But, I want to ask you this to start with. The fight before the Gamrot fight, Joe Alvarez, a giant size lightweight, unbelievable, and he is on a roll. You had a really good win against him. Do you think that that was the fight that took you to the next level, like put you up among the elite lightweights in the world, beating him? Do you think that did that for you?
I mean, I feel like after Gamrod, people started talk about me, and people started like believe like I'm a future of this division.
Yeah. Do
Of
you?
course, win by the KO when I take TKO when I did TKO to Alvarez, people started to talk about me as well. But like after Gamrod, especially when like I got robbed, and uh people started to talk about me, and they thought like I'm gonna be a champion.
Yeah, the Gamrot fight was just off the hook. I mean, that was a really, if you're an MMA fan, that is what MMA was all about. It was fast, it was up and it was down, it was everywhere. But I just thought with that Alvarez fight, you just showed a different side of yourself that maybe we had not seen in previous fights, and that, it showed how well rounded you are.
Yeah, I'll try to do something new on this fight as well. So because everybody knows what I do during the fight, and now I'm preparing to do something different.
Interesting. So, when we look at the stats of that last fight, and things were pretty close, significant strikes. He had a one punch edge, 14-13, but it was the takedowns that really probably were the difference. You were 1 of 12. He was 4 of 9 in takedowns. Do you think that you can win the fight on January 18th if you only wind up with one takedown again?
I mean, maybe I don't need even one takedown.
Hmm.
Maybe I need just one good hook, and that's it.
Do you feel like your hands are better now than when you fought him last time, that they're a bigger weapon against him than they were previously?
Yeah, maybe 10 times.
Really interesting. Has that been something that you've spent a lot of time on in camp, working on your hands and working on your striking overall?
Yeah, I do work a lot on my boxing on this camp, and I believe now my punch way stronger than it was. So now, and I can't wait to go there and to show what I was preparing.
Do you feel like when you have that threat, that second threat, like you've always been a great wrestler and a great grappler, but when you have that second threat to your game, it makes even your grappling a lot better because of the threat of the hands or the knees or whatever it might be?
Can you tell one more time question, please?
Sure. Yeah. I was just saying, do you think the fact that you now have the threat of really good striking makes your grappling even better than it was previously?
I mean, I work on my all skills, because Islam, he's a great wrestler, great grappler, and he does very good darts, anaconda, and arm bar, kimura. I gotta defend all that stuff, because he's gonna if he's gonna be on the floor, he was gonna try to do that because I work on all my skills, and now I'm like complete, well-rounded fighter, and I'm ready for wrestling, grappling, striking, anything.
So I want to ask you about your last fight then, because you were in a bad position against one of the best finishers in the UFC, and Charles Oliveira. That fight is running out. I think most people agreed late in the third round that if you survived that choke that he had on, that you might win. You would win the fight. What's going through your mind? Was it close? The choke that he had on in the third round, was that close? And how patient were you when you were down there and trying to fight that off?
No, first one was tight when he got guillotined, but like third one, it I was defending. That's a technique how you can defend that choke, and people doesn't know like how to defend a choke. If you move them from that position, yeah, you're gonna choke. But like when you flat on the floor on the mat, nobody can choke you from that position. It's a technique, and the fans doesn't know. Even judge doesn't know
Yeah,
what's going on, and he gotta like learn how to grapple, how to escape from that position, and how you can think like choke was so hard when like round was done and I right away jump on the cage. How it can be possible? Like you
right.
gotta be you gotta be so stupid like to think like you almost choked me out. It's so like so stupid. I don't know.
But you were very patient in that thing, right? Like you mentioned, you stayed on the ground. You didn't let yourself get carried away, knowing that you're close to maybe the biggest win of your career, and that was what was impressive about it.
Of course, I know I knew like winning this round. Even like if he got choked for 30 seconds or 40 seconds. But like whole round, I was beating him. I was I strike him, I take him down, I ground him, and I wanted like if I took a risk. I wanted to finish him. I wanted to grab
Right.
his bag. I want to grab his bag and go to the back mount, but I flipped. I fall, and that's why he got that choke. And
Hmm.
like you're a referee, right? You gotta watch the fight. What this guy is doing, like and he doesn't take me down and get that position. I just wanted
You
to get his back and he flew me like he flipped me you know that's why like I'm not a referee, but I knew like I won the fight. Even like if you show that five round number three, maybe like 100 referees, like 99.9 gonna say you won the round.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you. It was a split decision, and I think everybody going into the third round thought you were up. They thought you won that round, and then you get a split decision. When you hear that, does your heart start to jump because you're a little worried, like you never know what these judges might do?
Yeah, I was so scared because I had that situation with Gamrot.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially because Oliveira was a big name, a former champion. He's maybe a little more well known to the judges than you.
Sure, sure. Yeah, people likes him. People like him so much, and maybe judges as well. So
Yeah, so whatever it was, but you got out of there with the win. So I guess
yeah,
the best way to not worry about them is to get the finish on Islam. Obviously, he's a difficult guy to finish. But is that something in your game plan? Like, do you feel like there's something you can take advantage of and maybe get a finish before it's all over?
say one more time question.
Do you think you can finish him?
Of course, of course. I can finish in every position because I know how to punch, I know how to grapple, and I know how to do ground and pound.
What would it mean to you if you not only won the title, but you finished the guy that a lot of people consider the best fighter in the world? I know Dana White considers it John Jones. A lot of people consider Islam. If you were able to finish him to win the title, would that mean even more to you?
I mean, I'm not thinking about his pound for pound or the things. I just, oh yeah, I want to finish him and just to be a champion. And yeah, I let somebody to be pound for pound number one right now, but and then when I defend one or two times, I'll get my position.
All right. Well, it sounds really good. Arman Tsarukyan will be fighting Islam Makhachev at UFC 311 on January 18th in Los Angeles. Arman, wish you the best of luck, my friend. Appreciate your time as always. Good luck, and we'll see you in LA.
Thank you so much.
See you
I'm
soon.
already here. See you here.
See you there. I'll be there in a bit.